Hey, what is going on? In this video, we are gonna make a new crossbody bag, also known as a bum bag or a fanny pack. I've gone ahead and I printed the sewing pattern on A4 size paper, just checking the scale to make sure everything is life size so we can make this nice and easy. First thing to do, start connecting all the pages together. I'm gonna use some glue, but clear tape works a lot better. So we're just going to line it up, stick it down, and then use a ruler to make sure that everything is to scale. We want to make sure that we keep a 1-inch grid going throughout the whole sewing pattern. You're going to notice on your sewing pattern that you have markers that say line up next page here and stuff like that. These are going to act as your guides to help you get the sewing pattern glued together properly. I'm going to start out by cutting out all the shapes. If you've done everything right up to now, this should be life size, and you could just slap this right onto your fabric and be able to cut it out, and you'll have your shapes. For this project, I'm going to be using 600 denier, 1/4 nylon, and some nylon thread. I find the best way to connect the sewing pattern to the fabric is just to throw some pins in it. Nothing too complicated. I'm not going to show myself cutting out every single piece, but I think this is kind of important here. So this is the bottom gusset piece, and these are relief cuts. This piece of fabric is going to be bended around the corner. So these cuts here help the fabric go where it needs to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start cutting out all the nylon pieces. So this is just some nylon edge binding, 1 inch wide. This will be for the inside pocket. This is going to be the nylon webbing for the top carry handle, just 1 inch nylon webbing. For the strap, so there'll be 2 of those, 1 inch by 3 inches. For this project, we're going to use 1 inch side release buckles. This is going to be how you connect the bag to the strap. This here is just a quick demonstration of how the top carry handle is going to look on the bag. So I'm going to start cutting out all my zippers. I like to have all my pieces cut out before I start building. That way I can keep my work area clean, I guess. Okay, so it's time to start putting this back together. So we're going to start with the back piece. This is just the 1 inch by 3 inch nylon webbing for the buckles. So we're going to get everything all clipped to the back piece. So we're going to put this on the sewing machine and just put some temporary stitches in it just to keep it in place. Once this bag goes together, there'll be the gusset stitch, and that'll be the final one. That'll be 1/2 inch, but these are just going to be like 1/4 inches just to keep them connected to the bag while we sew. Okay, so let's start working on the inside pocket. So we got our pocket shape, and this is just a piece of 1 inch edge binding. We'll fold it in half and just stitch it to the top of the pocket. If you don't have edge binding for this, you can also fold the fabric over a couple of times and put a stitch in it. But if you got the edge binding, it'll look a bit better. So we're just going to sew as close to the edge as we can, just to finish off this piece. So we're going to take our pocket piece and we're going to put it onto one of the main body shapes. This shape and the back piece are going to be sandwiched together. There's 2 pieces of fabric because initially I had a piece of foam in between them to add rigidity, but for this I'm just going to use 2 pieces of fabric for rigidity. So we'll just go around the edge here with about a 1/8 inch stitch. And as I said, when we sew this back together, all this will be stitched over again. So as I said, this is just kind of temporary stitches, just to hold it in place. So as I said, we got the liner piece there and the back piece. Some people like to put foam in between these, so that's an option, but for me, I'm just going to use the 2 pieces of fabric for this. So I got these two pieces back to back, or as they say, wrong sides together. And we're just going to go around the edge with a 1/8 inch seam, and that will hold these two pieces together. And as I said, if you want more rigidity, put a piece of foam between these, like a 2mm piece of craft foam. But for me, I'm just using the two pieces of fabric for the rigidity because I don't think I'm actually going to be using this bag too much, so it's not too important for me. Okay, so it's time to start cracking on the front piece. So we have the bottom piece, the top piece, and the zipper. If you're familiar with any of my other projects or followed one of my sewing patterns before, you'll know exactly how I'm going to do the zipper. So I'm just going to clip it to the good side of the fabric, put a 1/4 inch seam, and fold it over and put another stitch over top. So we got it all clipped. We got the right sides together. This here is going to be a 1/4 inch seam, and yeah, about 3mm stitch length. All is good. Nice and simple. So if you want to make this bag for yourself, I'll leave a link to the sewing pattern in the description below. This link is going to take you over to my Etsy store where I create and sell my own sewing patterns. I try and keep these patterns as affordable as possible so that we can all enjoy this hobby and not have to spend too much money. Okay, so we got our 1/4 inch stitch in there. Now we fold the fabric over and we're going to throw a 1/8 inch stitch over top of it. When I'm sewing using a contrasting thread color, I like to increase my stitch length to about 4 to 5mm just because it's a lot more forgiving if you're not very good at sewing in a straight line. It's a lot more forgiving when your stitch length is higher, so keep that in mind if you're a beginner. So we're going to do our top piece identical to how we did the bottom piece. We will clip it together, do about a 1/4 inch seam, fold it over, and then about a 1/8 inch stitch all the way down it. Okay, so we're going to take our front piece here and we're going to sew it to one of the main body shapes. That's going to act as the inside liner, and that'll also create the pocket for the front. So we'll go all the way around the perimeter with about a 1/8 inch seam. That'll just hold it together. When we sew the gusset to this bag, all these seams are going to be sewn over. So these are just temporary, just to hold everything in place while we construct the bag. Okay, so we're going to start constructing our gusset here. So the gusset has two parts. It has the zipper part and the lower part, the bottom gusset. So this is going to be part of the zipper. So we're going to connect the zipper to the zipper gussets. Start by clipping them together. We'll do the 1/4 inch stitch, fold it over, about a 1/8 inch stitch over top. Nice and simple. Remember to face your good sides of your fabric together whenever you're sewing the zipper. So face to face or right sides together, depending on your sewing terminology. So put a 1/4 inch seam all the way down it, and then we'll fold it over 1/8 inch over top, and that should do it. So if you've done everything right, the overall width of the zipper should be identical to the width of the bottom gusset piece. So we'll place them on top of each other, clip them together, and then we're going to do a 1/2 inch seam all the way across. This is going to connect the gusset piece to the zipper piece, I guess, to complete the gusset. Remember to put the right sides together when you're placing these on top of each other. I'm just checking the project here against the sewing pattern just to make sure all the relief cuts line up. So we'll start working on the strap. This is probably the easiest piece. So we got our 1-inch piece of nylon webbing. We're going to connect the side release buckle to either side of the webbing. And yeah, very simple. So just folding over the webbing here just to make a nice finished edge on it. We'll thread it through the side release buckle, and yeah, I said very simple piece. You probably don't even need instructions to do this one. Okay, so this is the final step. We want to connect the gusset piece to the front piece and the back piece. So we'll start by clipping the gusset to the front piece here. We want the right sides together, so pretty much we're going to be clipping this together inside out, and then when we're finished, we'll turn it inside out again. So we've gone all around the perimeter with the clips. We'll take it on the sewing machine and we'll put a 1/2 inch seam all the way around the perimeter. As I've been saying, all these 1/8 inch stitches we've been doing temporary are going to be covered over now by this 1/2 inch stitch. And as you can see here as I'm sewing, all those relief cuts, you can kind of see their use come into play here. So when you bend the fabric around, it's going to look like little triangles in the corners. So we wouldn't be able to do that unless we cut those relief cuts. So the good thing about using a sewing pattern is it lets you know where all these cuts are supposed to be, so it takes away all the guesswork. So we'll take our back piece and we will clip that to the gusset. So make sure you triple check that everything is the right way around. So you're making the back inside out, but make sure the back piece and the front piece are both the same orientation, so one of them isn't flipped upside down. So we got it all clipped together. We'll go around the perimeter with a 1/2 inch seam, and this bag should be pretty much done. So I'm not going to show you me doing the edge binding because different people like to finish their edges differently. So if you want to put edge binding around these seams, you can. Me, I just didn't, so it's not a big deal for me. So once you turn this inside out here, this bag should be pretty much completed. So this is the moment of truth to see if you did everything right. Luckily, it turned out okay. Everything lined up, and we got a nice little crossbody bag. There you go. So if you like the video, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.